That's right. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we on October 4th, 8 years ago, is when Manumit United was initially founded, and we've had a number of events each year. And we actually because we started on October 4th in 2016. Our first major event was our Christmas party, and that's what we've got scheduled for this year, coming up on December 16th. Yes, it is. Well, it's about bringing different types of people together. So I've got a number of clients, and also some friends and some people from our church. And even some kids. So it's a medley of different people that can get together and enjoy the Christmas season. And we're really looking forward to it because we have games, and we'll have some food and live music. And this year we're even having a photo booth. Well, I certainly hope everyone is dressed. Yes. Oh, well, I hadn't even considered that, but that's probably a good idea to have some props for that. Right. Well, it's definitely our Christmas party is obviously local, so we're having that at the we're having that at the barn in Groton, Connecticut on Monday night from 6 to 9. And I would definitely need people to give a call to the office and give us a confirm that they're coming. So we have an adequate amount of food. And what's great about this place is we're also able to have people bring their own dessert or finger food, and so people can show up, not just have the food that we'll have there, but people can bring something and share it and make it more of their own. Yeah, that's it. That's right. And it's really a matter of uncertainty. And when there's uncertainty, there's instability, there's insecurity, there's indecisiveness, and then people become paralyzed. When there's this much uncertainty and this much, I almost want to say civil unrest right now, people will go into that fight or flight type of mode. And usually during October, where everybody's anticipating the October surprise, right? There's always some sort of news coming up before the election. What ball's going to drop now, or what hurricane's going to hit, or what disaster? And during these times of tremendous uncertainty, this is where it becomes increasingly important to be able to have a plan that's in place, that how things that you've got to have some level of certainty. And you do that by determining, well, what is it that I have specific control over? What do I have specific influence over? And am I doing my best to take care of what I can take care of? It is, and a lot of times, or if you take the flight for example, when somebody gets scared of the market, what do? They bail out. They just say, all right, that's it. They finally had it with all of the risk exposure, the look, there's lots of reasons to want to hedge against market risk, especially right now. But what people will do is they'll totally bail out. They'll pull everything out. And I was talking with a client just the other day, and he was explaining how his account it dropped about 80% in 2008 because he was making a fortune leading up to that, and it just like I said, in his case, he lost 80% in 2008, and at that time, that's when he totally bailed out, and and to this day still hasn't recovered from that. So that's when but you getting out at the wrong time. So anytime somebody's making a fear-based decision, it's usually a bad idea. It usually doesn't end well. But there's that. Oh, go ahead. Right. Well, that is actually allowing yourself to face the reality of what's taking place. And a lot of times, so the flight is a matter of, all right, I don't know what's happening. I'm going to bail out. I'm going to get out. And another way of acting out of fear also is say, well, you know what? I'm going to go all in. And when they take their money, it's all right. Now I'm just going to put everything I can into the riskiest stuff out there, and I'm going to see this through. And they make a commitment to riding the wave all the way down, and hopefully riding it all the way back up again. But when it comes to actually fighting against it, that's a matter of actually looking at the realities of what's taking place, even if you don't like it. It's a matter of, okay, we look at the harsh realities. Okay, we're our economy is at an all-time high. There's no real fundamental reasons for the stock market to be as high as it is right now. And as much as I love gaining all these gains, those magnificent seven have really added a lot of value to people's portfolio. But if we want to be realistic about it, it's not sustainable. There has to be, and so if we're going to fight against this by allowing ourselves to pass on the notion that things are going to continue to go up and up and up. Yes. Yeah, there could be. Sorry. Um, no, but the right. Well, you're asking me, is there a negative to the F word? And that's what I'm saying. All right. Well, anyway, back on topic here. So is there a negative to the fight? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Uh, there is a negative aspect to fighting back if you're looking if you're if de- depending upon your motivation. If your motivation is greed, it will work against you. Like that, like there's this little needle on the website. What's driving the market right now? Is it fear or greed? Right. And there's that fight or flight type of thing. And which of those is good? Neither of them are good. So what we want to fight is we don't want to fight from a standpoint of greed or out of vengeance or out of desperation. Like, all right, I've got to fight against this because I took this loss, and now I've got to assume this risk so I can get back to where I need to be. I'm going to fight my way through it. It's the wrong motivation. And when we really want to fight something from a holistic perspective, what we want to do is step back, look at the realities of it, allow ourselves to look at the facts without being emotionally involved. Then we can make a wiser decision. Oh, sure. Well, we start with giving them a cool glass of water. Right. And realizing, I want to commend people when they come in for actually taking the time to pay attention to this. Not everybody's a financial advisor. That's why otherwise they wouldn't have other careers. So they're already stepping outside of their normal comfort zone, doing something that they're not used to doing. And this is where, although my clients may come in without a tremendous financial education, although some of them do, and it's real exciting to see that. Um, but you got to commend people for getting out of their comfort zone and addressing something that they it's not normally on their task list, and knowing that they're walking through it with somebody that genuinely cares about their success more than their friendship, and their achievement of their goals is of a greater priority than their initial comfort. Now they can trust that the outcome is going to be to their advantage. Well, I would welcome to give a call to the office or even send an email if that's easier. Because I know a lot of times people don't like picking up the phone and calling somebody they don't know. That can be uncomfortable. So whether they, okay. I mean, shoot, people don't even knock on their neighbor's door. They send a text and say, I'm in your driveway. All right. So just saying. So whether you send an email to my initials, GBJ at jbezfinancial.com, you could send an email, or or you can give us a call. And just know that you can at least open the door, because every problem we have here's a little wisdom key. Every problem that we have in life, somebody that we know or somebody that we know of currently has the answer that we need. And it's our responsibility to step out of our comfort zone and initiate an interaction so that we can get the wisdom that we need to solve the problem that we've got. The answers are out there, but we've got to reach out. You've got to knock and the door will be opened. You've got to call. That's right. You've got to reach out, because otherwise, if you're just sitting and suffering, well, you don't complain about what you permit. Right. Right. And it's been said, do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. That's right. Right. You've got to face it, blast through it, pick up the phone, send an email, do something, reach out. No one's going to force you to do anything against your will. And you can trust your own judgment that if you get the wisdom and the information that you need, you can make better decisions. You too, Doug. Thank you.